Yet another blow for the common man. Once again, the prices of petrol and diesel have been hiked. Petrol prices were hiked by 5 paise and diesel by 3. The prices have been applied from today morning. In Delhi, petrol prices will now be at 74.07 rupees and 81.90 rupees in Mumbai. Diesel has jumped to 65.27 in the national capital, while in Mumbai it's being sold for 69.50. The new price will see the increase in petrol and diesel prices in metros, including Chennai and Kolkata. Just this month, petrol prices hovered over 4-year peak in the country, and diesel is still at an all-time high, following a rapid rise in international rates led by strong global demand. We have our team of reporters who are live with us. We have Kamlesh Sutar, who's with us live from Mumbai, and Himendra Sharma, who's with us live from Bhopal. Kamlesh, to you first. Diesel prices touch an all-time high. Petrol also hovering around a 4-year high. What's the response that you're getting from people in Mumbai?
The rising prices will certainly add to the already existing woes of the common man, not only in Mumbai, because it directly affects the life of the commoners. And it's not only about the prices of fuel, it indirectly affects the prices of commodities, essential commodities. Mumbai witnesses a large supply of vegetables from the nearby places like Nasik, Pune and other areas of Maharashtra. So a rise in diesel prices would obviously mean a rise in the transport cost, and that ultimately culminates into growing prices of basic essential commodities like vegetables and milk as well. So the common man in Mumbai would certainly not be very happy about the rise in fuel price. We'll have to see whether it immediately affects the prices of these commodities.
Right, Kamlesh, stay on with us. Let's also get a word from Himendra, who's with us live from Bhopal. Himendra, how are people in Bhopal reacting to this this nth rise in prices of petrol and diesel?
Well, in Bhopal today the prices of petrol are at 79.65 paise, which is an increase of around 20 paise from the 13th of this month. The price of diesel also is hovering around 68.72 paise, which again is an increase of 20 paise from the 13th of this month. And this has, you said earlier, is fueled by the increase in crude prices at the international market. So how it is affecting the common man? It's दादा एक मिनट हमारी तरफ देख के बताइए. पेट्रोल की कीमत लगभग 80 रुपए हो गई है. खुश है आराम से?
खुश कहाँ है सर, खुश कहाँ, रोज के रोज ये चल गया है. जब चाहे जब रेट बढ़ जाता है, जब चाहे जब घट जाता है. ग्राहक के तो समझ में नहीं आता बढ़ा कब और घटा कब.
ये तो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर भी मार्केट बढ़ रहा है, पेट्रोल की कीमतें बढ़ रही है, क्रूड की इस वजह से बढ़ रहा है.
नहीं, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं था. ये तो ऐसा हो गया है कि जब मर्जी बढ़े जब बढ़ा दो, जब मर्जी घटा दो. जनता
का पेट्रोल भरवाने आए हैं.
मैं कम से कम 1 लीटर तो लेना है.
So there you see, people are not happy with the increase in prices of petrol and diesel in Bhopal. But also, is it having any kind of an impact on the sales for us? For that, we have the owner of this petrol pump with us. Sir, आप हमको बताइए कि कीमतें बढ़ रही हैं, इससे क्या कोई बिक्री में फर्क है?
क्योंकि पेट्रोल और डीजल तो एसेंशियल कमोडिटी है, तो बिक्री में तो कोई बहुत ज्यादा विशेष अंतर नहीं आ रहा है.
अच्छा, और दूसरे आजकल नोट की भी कमी आई है, क्या कैश की वजह से कोई फर्क पड़ा है?
हाँ, कैशलेस थोड़ा 15 से 20% जो कैशलेस ट्रांजेक्शन है वो बढ़े हैं.
So there you see, people are not happy with the prices that are always increasing according to them, and also there has been a slight increase in cashless transactions ever since there has been this cash crunch across the country.
Right, Himendra, stay on with us. We also have Pooja Shali, who's with us live from the national capital. Pooja, earlier the oil ministry had sought an intervention from the finance ministry to cut down on the excise duty, which would have set off the hike in global crude prices, but no relief really coming in for the common man. The government did cut back on the excise duty, but then imposed an 8 rupees per litre cess as road tax.
Well, definitely not a good news or any relief for the Aam Aadmi Party, Aam Aadmi just yet. And the common man here in Delhi will now have to spend 74.07 rupees per litre. I'm joined by the owner of the Indian Oil petrol pump in central Delhi, Baba Ghadak Singh Marg. He's been tracking, of course, the money details as well. Many will say it benefits the petrol pumps for sure.
Yeah.
It benefits the government. But 74.07 per litre.
Benefits the petrol pump how?
In the sense, how do you think it's reflecting for the people? How has it been increasing in the past few days?
It's increasing on a daily basis of 50 paisa, 20 paisa, 10 paisa. It increases.
So what is the current for both petrol and diesel now in Delhi?
In Delhi right now, it's 74 is the petrol and the diesel is around 65 rupees.
And it has been increasing every day on a daily routine basis?
Yeah, it has been increasing also, but sometimes it decreases also. But right now it's increasing because of the maybe international prices going up.
Excise duty also.
Excise duty, and maybe because of the summer, and in the summers it's more effective.
Okay. Let's just talk to some people, because let's ask them, what does it mean to shell out for 1 litre almost 75 rupees? Sir, 74 rupees का per litre का पेट्रोल हो जाता है, तो सारा चेंज हो जाता है, बजट हर दिन बढ़ रहा है।
हर दिन बढ़ रहा है जी बजट, और हर आदमी परेशान है इससे, क्योंकि ये तो रेट दिन पे दिन बढ़ रहे हैं। घटने चाहिए लेकिन बढ़ रहे हैं। बताइए क्या करा जाए।
सरकार कहेगी एक्साइज ड्यूटी होती है, इंटरनेशनल रीजन होता है, तो क्या कैसे उसको रिएक्ट करेंगे?
रिएक्ट तो कैसे करेंगे, वो तो उसने तो बोल दिया, तो कहाँ से करेगा पब्लिक? बताइए, पब्लिक परेशान है इसमें। पब्लिक की जेब से जा रहा है ना घूम फिर के, तो जीएसटी वगैरह जो है सब। अभी इनको तो मान लो ये पेट्रोल पंप वाले हैं, इनको थोड़ी ना दिक्कत आएगी। दिक्कत तो
आप अपनी बाइक के लिए कितना लीटर पेट्रोल यूजुअली भरवाते हैं कुछ दिनों में?
भाई हम तो 5 भी डलवाते हैं जी, फुल टैंक भी करवा लेते हैं। कभी कभार नहीं पैसे होते तो 1 लीटर भी डलवाते हैं।
मतलब 400-500 तो एकदम
जी आराम से निकल जाते हैं जी।
लेट मी जस्ट गिव यू अ विजुअल फिगर। थैंक यू सर। This is a 10-litre petrol that a customer had just a short while back managed to get into his car, which means 740 rupees, which is because 74.07 into 10. So you know that 740 rupees just on every few days basis. And the last research that I've managed to do in this short time is that about 3 to 4 years ago, about 2013 or 2014, was when the number touched about 75 rupees. So it is, yes, well below it even now, but it's almost there. And while the government may want to say that it's still lower than the UPA regime, its usual reference these days, but in the past few days on a daily routine, petrol and diesel prices have consistently increased, and clearly the common man is watching, because it's not easy to shell out hundreds and thousands of rupees for a personal transport that is more of a necessity now than a luxury. Back to you, Singh.
Absolutely. The price and the fuel price hike will also affect the price of other essential commodities. Pooja, stay on with us. We also have Indrajit Kundu, who's with us live from Kolkata. Indrajit, how is the Mamata Banerjee administration reacting to this latest price hike, and what's the kind of reaction you're picking up from the public?
Well, you know, Mamata Banerjee has been at the forefront of opposition as far as the policies, the economic policies of Modi is concerned, Modinomics, as many would say. You know, she's hit out over the past 2 days over cash crunch, and she has also spoken out quite vociferously about how fuel price has gone up over the past 4 years. You know, let me give you a sense of what is the petrol price today. Pooja was mentioning about 75 rupees per litre in Delhi. In Calcutta, it's much more dearer. It's 76.77 rupees for a litre of petrol, and diesel is about 67.97 rupees. So quite high, almost at 77 rupees per litre here in Kolkata, and that is obviously pinching the Aam Aadmi, especially people who use scooters, and they're totally dependent on petrol for their conveyance. Also, when there is a steep hike in diesel prices, it will have a cascading effect on several essential commodities, because remember, most of these transport trucks, they use diesel, and that will be passed on to the consumers. So there has been ample question about why petroleum products are not being brought into the GST, why the government is still keeping it out of the purview of the GST, because then there would be some amount of rationalization. That's the question that several of the common people here in Kolkata are asking at this point in time. But there seems to be, as far as the government is concerned, they want to keep it out of the purview of the GST so that there is excise duty on it and the government revenues and the coffers are filled. Back to you.
Absolutely, that's what experts are also saying. If the government does decide to bring fuel under GST, then it will provide a lot of relief to the common man. There's been some sort of difference in the kind of reactions that we're getting from the Petroleum Ministry and the Finance Ministry on this. Let's get a word from our business editor Rajiv Dubey, who's with us live. Rajiv, what do you make of this latest price hike? We believe that the government did reduce excise duty a short while back, but then introduced a road cess of 8 rupees per litre.
Yeah, so this is not going to be coming down unless both states and center are in sync with each other regarding reducing not just excise but also VAT. Both the center and the states have to agree to bring down these prices to the levels where they can bring it down to the levels which were there in the 2013 and 2014 levels, because since then there have been 9 times that the government has increased excise, and that had increased excise on diesel by almost 400% and on petrol by almost 200%. The reductions have been bare minimal. So what the government has to do is to sit down with the states. They run 21, 22 of the states themselves. They should be able to bring it to a logical conclusion, saying that how much would the states reduce and how much will the center reduce. Without that, this will not ease out, because international prices are continuing to rise. And if you look at it globally, if Saudi Arabia, which is the world's biggest producer of oil, has indicated that it might want these prices to rise to about $80 and maybe up to $100. These are at $71 to $72 right now. So the production cuts that they had agreed upon in January of 2017 globally between oil companies and oil producers around the world, they have not eased on those production cuts. So the production cuts continue, and so the price of oil around the world continues to rise. As I said, Saudi Arabia has indicated in closed-door meetings, these are the kind of indications that appear, that they have been telling in closed-door meetings that they would like the prices to stay in the $80 a barrel range, which is at 71, 72 right now.
Rajiv, and I have one more question for you before I go to Mustafa, who I believe is with us live, also from Mumbai. What is the government's justification for not bringing fuel under GST?
So the states have to agree to bring fuel under GST. It can't be just the center's decision. And the states are worried that if fuel is brought under GST, they're going to be losing almost 2 lakh crore of revenues. Between center and state, they earn about 4.7 lakh crore per annum out of fuel revenues. Now, the government, as in the center, has to give them a commitment that they will be able to retain their fuel revenues to the level that they are, which the center is in no position to do, because center will not be able to take on the burden of the loss of revenue for states. For sure there will be loss of revenue for states, and so there is no agreement between the center and the states as yet.
Rajiv, stay on with us. We have Mustafa Sheikh, who's with us live from Mumbai. Mustafa, what are people around you saying? How are they responding to this latest price hike?
Yes, of course. Currently, we are in the Worli area in Mumbai, and here the petrol prices in Mumbai is around almost 82 rupees per litre, and for diesel it's 65.5. So the people whom we are talking to here are saying that they are getting used to these kind of rises, because it has been a rise for a constant thing and it is not normal. सर आप बात कर रहे हैं डीजल पेट्रोल के भाव कंस्टेंटली बढ़ रहे हैं, इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
क्या अभी भाव तो बढ़ते ही रह रहे, हर महीने नहीं बोल के डीजल का भाव तो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है अभी
क्या प्राइस में आपने भराया, इससे पहले किस प्राइस में भराया था?
मैं अभी भरा हूँ हाई स्पीड भरा हूँ, इसके पहले मैं भरता था 70 तक, अभी 80 तक बढ़ गया भाव।
80 तक 10 रुपए का फर्क,
10 रुपए का फर्क है।
So that's the kind of rise in the average which people are seeing out here, and what they are saying at this point of time is that the increase has been constant, and that's why it seems that somehow they are getting used to it. Back to you.
With us, I want to go back to our business editor Rajiv Dubey, who's with us live from our newsroom. Rajiv, you explained to us the government's, the delay in bringing fuel under GST. It will cost losses to the state governments, and the central government cannot really compensate for that. But does that mean that the common man will have to suffer because the government doesn't want to empty its coffers?
You know, when the center had increased excise, it was supposed to be some kind of a bonus as far as the government is concerned, as far as the center is concerned. Now the center seems to have considered that bonus as its regular income, and it's in no position to cut that, because every 2 rupees cut is a loss of almost 20,000 crore as far as the center is concerned. So it is in no position to do that unless the states also agree to take some hit on their balance sheets. This is the only reason why the center and the states have not been able to agree on bringing this into the GST.
Right, Rajiv, thanks so much for putting these developments in perspective for us, and thank you to all our reporters for getting us reactions from the ground. We're going to keep coming back to you for more. A quick break here. Up next, AB de Villiers declares Indian captain Virat Kohli as the best batsman in the world. It's an India Today exclusive. Do stay with us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.